The contest can now begin.
Thank you most kindly, Madam Chief Judge. May I request our Zoom master now to sequester speakers number 2, 3, and 4. Elizabeth Iwoha, move to the holding room. Chidima Eze and Okpeyemi Morakinyo, please move these contestants to the holding room now, Mr. Zoom master. When you are done, please let me know.
Done, Mr. Contest Chair, we're good to go.
All right, please confirm to me that you have moved Elizabeth Iwoha, Chidima Eze, and Okpeyemi Morakinyo into the breakout room.
I do confirm so, Mr. Contest Chair.
All right, thank you most kindly for your conscientiousness, our Zoom master. Contestant number 1, Harriet Tinker. Harriet, if you can hear me, please say table topics tournament.
Table topics tournament.
I confirm that I can hear you and I can see you. Have you pinned the timekeeper?
I'm not able to do that.
The timekeeper, please raise your hand so that they can find you with childlike ease.
I can see the timer, however, cannot pin the timer for some reason. But it's okay, I can see the timer.
All right. Speaker number 1, Harriet Tinker. What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? Harriet Tinker.
I am walking down the street, minding my own business, not worrying about a soul. A briefcase. Could it be somebody's lunch? Somebody's office material? I am curious because I know from what I've read, curiosity can kill. But I'm in a good place. I open the briefcase. Oh la la! Lots of money. Nobody can see me. Fellow Toastmasters and friends, what would you do if you're in my position? I thought nothing of it. I thought of all sorts of ideas. Number 1, I could just take this money, put it in my bank account because my bank is not very full. Number 2, I could take the money and give it to charity. Why not? Any charity would appreciate $1 or $2. Oh, I could be a good citizen and take it to the police station and tell them, police, I found this briefcase. What is a person to do? This is something that we don't always run into, but we have to use our integrity. As a Toastmaster and having values, and I know how my parents taught me, finders, keepers, losers, weepers. Don't go for that. Take it to the authorities. My fellow Toastmasters, if I was walking down the street and I saw this briefcase, I would contemplate, of course, keep it, give it to charity, or take it to the police station. But integrity tells me take it to the authorities. That's what I would do. What would you do, my fellow Toastmasters and guests? Back to you, Contest Chair.
Many thanks, Speaker number 1. Madam Timekeeper, let's go on a 1 minute of silence to allow the voting judges and the tie-breaking judge to mark their ballots. Mr. Zoom-master, please bring or usher in Elizabeth Iwoha into the contest arena. Timekeeper, many thanks. Speaker number 2, Elizabeth Iwoha. If you can hear me, please say Table Topics Tournament.
Table Topics Tournament.
Elizabeth, I cannot see you yet.
Yeah. Oh, my camera is on the contest chair. Can you see me now, please?
Mr. Contest Chair, she's...
All right. All right. Have you pinned the timekeeper?
Yes, I have.
Excellent. Speaker number 2, Elizabeth Iwoha. What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? Elizabeth Iwoha.
A briefcase full of cash. When it's not mine, what would I do with a briefcase full of cash? Obviously, I wouldn't want to keep a briefcase like that. As a Toastmaster with the values of integrity, respect, and excellence, when I find such a briefcase, the first thing I would want to do is know who owns the briefcase. I would have to search if there are things valuable like ID card that I could see in the briefcase. And where I cannot find one, it will be good for me, which I know I would do, just like I have been taught by my parents, is to take it to the police station to make this known to them that I found a briefcase of money which I do not have record of. But before I take it to the police station, of course, I'll make a video. So if any amount is touched, I would let the owner know. Then I can use the social media to also make announcements that there's a briefcase full of money, which I do not know the owner. You never can tell. The owner might just find this and even enrich me, but I am not about the enrichment. I am more concerned that this does not belong to me, and what does not belong to me needs to be given to the owner. I also encourage you, friends, that if such happens to you, please do the same. Give it back to the owner because that money is needed for something. The contest chair.
Many thanks for your response. Speaker number 2, Elizabeth Iwoha. The timekeeper, let's relapse into 1 minute of silence again. Many thanks. Speaker number 3, Chidima Eze. Chidima, if you are in the contest arena, please say table topics tournaments. Toastmaster James, is Chidima here now?
Mr. Contest Chair, looks like our network isn't stable. I'll try to get her in again. Please give me another minute.
Excellent. I see that Okoyemi Morakiyo is here now, isn't she?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Okie dokie then. But I hope that Chidima is not in the contest arena at the moment. Please check that before we allow Okoyemi to speak.
Okay, I think there's a mix-up there. I'm supposed to come last. She's still in the contest arena.
Network hasn't been stable, so she's been going in and out. That's why.
Okay,
but she's back there now. I can move you back, or
okay.
Mr. Contest Chair. How should we proceed?
Right. If Chidima is ready now, then let's allow her to speak. Is she in the contest room right now?
Yeah. Yes, she
Not
is.
yet. I could move her in now.
Okay, then. That's all right. Just leave her in the contest. Leave her in the breakout room. Since Okoyemi is here now, let's allow Okoyemi to speak now.
Very well noted. Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair.
All right, please keep an eagle eye on the chat channel, I beg your pardon, on the participants list, so that Chidima will not be here to listen to the question that would be abhorrent or reprehensible according to the Toastmaster speech contest policy. Okoyemi Morakiyo, if you can hear me, please say table topics tournament.
Table topics tournament.
I confirm that you are not only audible, you are equally visible.
Thank you so kindly, my contest chair.
Right. Speaker number 4, Okoyemi Morakiyo. What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? Okoyemi Morakiyo.
Thank you so kindly, my table topics chair. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. A saying by Steve Jobs that life is short, but what matters is what you do with the life that you have. If I found a briefcase full of cash, I know how many things that I could have used the cash to do. I know a lot of demands. I know how relations, close relations, friends will mount pressure on me to ensure that it spreads. But really, what I would do is I would like to know the owner of this briefcase. I would like to know why the briefcase was dropped carelessly where I found it. And I would also like to know what was the intention that the owner had to have allowed me to find the briefcase just like that. Having gotten this information, I will go swiftly to the owner of this briefcase and present it to the owner, because I believe that integrity is more important than rubies. I know what I can use the money to do, but my integrity is very important. And for me to be able to live my life well, what I do with my integrity will make way or pave greater positions and more rubies for me in the future. Over to you, the contest chair.
Thank you very much. Contestant number 4. The timekeeper, please. Another 1 minute of tranquility to allow our voting judges and qualifying or tie-breaking judge to mark their ballots. Timekeeper, many thanks for your pinpoint accuracy. Speaker number 3, I believe, is in the contest arena at the moment. Please correct me if I am wrong. Our Zoom master, Toastmaster James Awojabi.
I believe so strongly, Mr. Contest Chair.
Right. Speaker number 3, Chidima Eze, if you can hear me loud and clear, please say table topics tournament.
Table topics tournament.
Oh, there you are. I confirm that you are audible and visible. Are you ready? Have you pinned the timekeeper?
Yes, I have, and I'm ready.
Magnificent. Magnificent. Speaker number 3, Chidima Eze. What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? What would you do if you found a briefcase full of cash? Chidima Eze.
Thank you so kindly, Contest Chair. What would I do if I found a briefcase full of cash? It's not mine, so there will be no desire to take it or to lay claim of it. What I could do was to find out if there are any clues as to who has the briefcase. If there are no clues to who has the briefcase, I would walk away. That might seem far-fetched. I mean, how did I even know that the briefcase was full of cash? Temptations come in various ways, and I'll definitely tell you that a briefcase full of cash is a temptation. Okay, let me pose a question to the audience. When was the last time you were tempted by something that goes against your core values? For me, taking a briefcase full of cash is against my core value of integrity. It's not mine, so I shouldn't go away with it. So what would I do if I found a briefcase full of cash? It's not mine. I would walk away, just as I would walk away when I come across situations that do not align with my core values. Thank you most kindly, and it's back to you, Contest Chair.
Okie dokie then, many thanks. At this juncture, the timekeeper, we're going to go on a 2 minute of silence to allow the voting judges and the qualifying judge to mark the ballots and collate their scores. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I beg for your grace. 2 minutes. Right. Fellow Toastmasters, our voting judges, the tie-breaking judge, our leaders, our revered guests. That is the end of the table topics contests of LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club. Let's make some noise now. You can unmute your microphone and let's clap all of the contest speakers for their marvelous, enchanting, prolific performance. All right, Madam Chief Judge, is my audio loud? Is it clear?
Absolutely, Mr. Contest Chair, it's can hear you.
All right, many thanks for that. Fellow Toastmasters and our guests, at this juncture, we are going to adjourn the table topics contests before we delve into the humorous speech competition in consonance with the general procedure section of the Toastmasters Speech Contest Rulebook, the revised edition. To this extent, may I request our Chief Judge to please move the motion for the table topics contest to be adjourned in order for the humorous speech tournament to begin.
Thank you, Mr. Contest Chair. I, Toastmaster Chidi Chukudimadu, hereby move a motion for the table topics contest for LEARNTOR Toastmasters Club to be adjourned in order for us to commence the humorous speech contest.
Many thanks, Madam Chief Judge. If you are in favor of the motion, ladies and gentlemen, use your emoticon and raise your hand. Use your emoticon. If you're in favor of the motion, use your emoticon like this, like this. Aha. Oh, that's flat out fabulous. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as the contest chair, I hereby admit or accept that the table topics contest is hereby adjourned in order for the humorous speech contest to kick into gear. Fellow Toastmasters and our guests, we have 4 contestants for the humorous speech contests. They have been briefed and we have the sequence of speaking. For the convenience of the voting judges and the tie-breaking judge and the contest officials in general, speaker number 1 is Chidima Eze. Speaker number 2 is Elizabeth Iwoha. Speaker number 3 is Salamatu Yakubu. Speaker number 4 is Harriet Tinker. Is that crystal clear for everybody? Give me the thumbs up if you heard the order of speaking, please. Right. Many thanks for that. May I remind everyone that the minimum speaking time for the humorous speech contest is 4 minutes, 30 seconds, and the maximum speaking time is 7 minutes, 30 seconds. And as the Chief Judge mentioned earlier, if your speech is 7 minutes, 31 seconds, you are a suitable candidate for this qualification according to the timing of speeches section of the Toastmasters Speech Contest Rulebook. And it is imperative for all of our contestants to deliver their speech in conformity with the timing guidelines or protocol. At 5 minutes, the timekeeper will indicate the green. The green will be there for 1 minute. 6 minutes, the timekeeper would change the background to yellow, and the yellow signal will be there for 1 minute. And at 7 minutes, the timekeeper would signal the red background, and that background will be there until you are finished speaking. It is therefore prudent for you to cast an eagle eye on the feed of the timekeeper. It is similarly essential for the contestants to note this. Contestants must not reference another contestant or a speech presented by another contestant during the speech at the same contest in which they are participating. Don't reference the speech of another contestant. This can form the foundation for disqualification according to the protest and disqualifications section of the Toastmasters Speech Contest Rulebook. We shall maintain the silence between the speeches to allow the voting judges and the qualifying or tie-breaking judge to mark their ballots. And last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, recollect, refrain from using the chat channel, keep your video off as you did with brilliance during the table topics contests. Cast an eagle eye on your microphone to forestall the possibility of accidental interruptions. And one more thing, the decision of the judges are final. The decision of the judges are final. And it is vital for our contestants to engrave this on the headspace. Right, Madam Chief Judge, are all the contestants eligible?
Certainly, Mr. Contest Chair, all the contestants are eligible for the humorous speech contest.
All right, are all the contest officials ready?
By all means, all the contest officials are ready to discharge their duties for the humorous speech contest.
Right, Madam Chief Judge, may I have your permission to commence the contest?
Certainly, Mr. Contest Chair, the humorous speech contest for LEARNTOR TOASTMASTERS Club can now commence.
Thank you most kindly, Madam Chief Judge.
That's welcome.
Contestant number 1. Chidima Eze. Chidima, if you can hear me, please say humorous speech contest.
Humorous speech contests.
Have you pinned the timekeeper?
Yes, please.
Terrific. Contestant number 1, Chidima Eze. The Valley of Indecision. The Valley of Indecision. Chidima Eze.
Thank you most kindly, Contest Chair. In case you're wondering why I'm dressed like this, I am a pictorial representation of what it means to be indecisive. Should I go with my English wear, or should I go with the way of my fathers and go traditional? Or should I go all casual and put on my face cap? If you have the right caption for a lady that is dressed the way I am, please private chat me with what you think it should be. Today, I have a very interesting story for us, so come closely. Story, story, story. Once upon a time. Can you believe I finally made up my mind to participate in this humorous speech contest last night? Yes, I had been in the valley of indecision. On one hand, I really wanted to participate in this humorous speech contest, but somehow my brain just refused to cooperate with me. Somebody, please help me ask my brain what I did wrong. I was finding it difficult to come up with a suitable topic to participate in this contest. I said, should I come and sing Sandalili, 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 Sandali? I know you know that song. Or should I come and speak about the topic that is rave at the moment? Jackpa, Jackpa. Everybody wants Jackpa. I know that even you two are here, you also want Jackpa. And that is how I was not able to choose a particular topic for me to start building my speech. Let me ask you, have you ever been in the exam hall? And let's say in the middle of the exam, you suddenly realize that you've forgotten how to spell is. Yes, I-S, is. Or something very basic that you feel everybody should be able to know. And you're wondering, what's going on here? Have my village people finally caught up with me? That's exactly how my mind was blank. I had different suggestions. People told me, oh, why not think about a funny experience? Recount something funny that has happened to you over time and turn it into your speech. But somehow, I could not think of any funny story. And that got me worried. And I'm like, Lizzo, is my life this serious? How come I cannot think of one funny story to write my speech? Adaku, somebody, please help me. And that's how the days rolled away until last night, when I finally decided to put in my name for this speech contest. And as I was writing the draft for this speech, men and brethren, the speech was not speeching. The speech just refused to speech. But then, here I am today, participating in this humorous speech contest against all odds, wondering how I got out of my valley of indecision. I was inspired by my mentor. I was encouraged by my friends. And then I weighed my options. What exactly do I have to lose? And of course, I wanted to come and share my fun story with you, my dear friends. Being in the valley of indecision is not a good place to be, because you're not taking the right step towards your goals, neither are you learning valuable lessons from your failures, which is the reason most of us remain in the valley of indecision. Because we don't want to fall flat on our faces. We don't want people to laugh at us. We're afraid of failure. Some of us might remember how different things have come up that we did not plan for. Imagine, while I was preparing for this contest, the thing I used to stack my laptop gave way, and I was struggling to put my laptop well together. I do not know what value of indecision you might be right now, but I'm here to encourage you to take a step in either direction. What's the worst that could happen? If you fall, you rise up again and you dust yourself from the ground. I would conclude with this quote by Samuel Beckett. Ever tried? Ever failed? Try again, fail again. And do you know how that quote ended? No, it didn't say you should succeed. It said you should fail better. And it's back to you, my contest chair. Thank you.
All right, thank you most kindly, speaker number one. The timekeeper, as usual, let's go on a 1 minute of silence to allow the voting judges and the tie-breaking judge to mark their ballots. All right, many thanks. Where is our noise coming from? Please, if your microphone is on, kindly switch it off before I introduce the next speaker. Elizabeth Iwoha, if you can hear me, please say humorous speech contests.
Humorous speech contest.
Right, have you pinned the timekeeper?
I am working on that right now. Okay, I just did.
Excellent. Speaker number two, Elizabeth Iwoha. The rest button. The rest button. Elizabeth Iwoha.
Are you thinking you're seeing another ulama of the most famous super story, The Broken Calabash? No, friend. This is not ulama. This is another story. But let's not let the cat out of the bag. Oh, sorry. The cat out of the water. The contest chair. Dear friends, if you have ever lived in a face me, I face you compound, then you would know where I am going to. And then if you are one of those that was also born into a family of battalions, like I was, or I am, my family, we have a football squad. Now, my story. Born into a family of 7 as the last child. Usually, when we are having our dinner, we have it together. My parents having to eat with one plate, my first 3 siblings having to eat with their own plates, and then we, the last 4, known as the 4 of us, we usually eat together. Because like my dad would say, there's joy when families eat together, especially when it is eba. For my friends who do not know what eba is made of cassava, is a Nigerian meal. On this particular day, January 23rd, 1992 to be precise. It was a Nations Cup hosted by Senegal. If you're a football lover, you would know what I'm talking about. I am also a football lover. We were watching the semi-final of the Nations Cup hosted by Senegal against Nigeria and Ghana. While we were eating, we were so engrossed with the match. My immediate elder brother, who is a football lover, who actually made me love football, was so engrossed, he had his eagle eye on the match. For us, if there was no match, my brother would always rush the meal. On this day, it was an opportunity for the three sisters, myself and my two elder sisters, to rush this meal like wolves. And so we were eating, and the match was on. Unfortunately for my elder brother, while the match ended, we had already finished the food. And as at that time, just like the battle between Nigerian jollof rice and Ghanaian jollof rice, this was also a big battle. But then Ghana had already beaten Nigeria and taken them to the loser's end. It dawned on my brother that the food had finished. And my brother looked and said, I am still hungry, Daddy, please, I want more. Everybody pleaded with my brother, but he refused. He said he needed more. My dad asked him, are you sure you want more? Won't you go and sleep? My brother kept weeping and said he wants more. I looked at my dad. I looked at my mom. My mom pleaded with my brother. My brother said no, he wanted more food. Angrily, my father got up and went into the kitchen himself to prepare meal for my brother. As the last child, he called me, Chioma, come and help me. I got into the kitchen, helped my dad, and came out. My dear friends, when I was coming out, my dad gave me this mortar made of eba, sealed up for my brother to consume. And then I brought the eba out of my head singing, Dorime, ina mino 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 dorime. He asked me to drop the food and told my brother to sit down. People, that was how the second battle started. And he told him, this mountain, you shall finish, for you have asked for it. My brother, feeling like a James Bond, started consuming the food. Just 5 minutes to the meal, he was already begging, Daddy, I no longer want the food. But my dad said no. He kept crying in between, saying he was tired of eating. He even got up to the extent and said, Daddy, I'm going to die while eating this. My father said, something must kill a man. Die. This meal my brother kept eating. When we were about to pray, everyone pleaded with my father, but my father said no. My brother had to finish this food. He ate on till we slept, and my brother was weeping. While he was weeping, my father said, he begged again. My father said, if you disturb me, I will punish you. And then I looked at my dad. Daddy, what is this if it's not punishment? No, my dear, this is the reward of hard cry. When you cry, you get more food. So he must finish the food. Friends, as at 12 midnight I woke up, my brother was still eating. The next morning, when it was time for devotion, my brother was the one who led the devotion and then said his topic was contentment. He appreciated the fact that whenever you have anything, you must be contented and not have what we call a longer truth. Would I shock you that the fear of Eba has become the beginning of wisdom for my brother? That now, as I speak, the only food my brother can finish is this 2 fufu here. Eba in Malta has reset my brother's brain. What is it that has reset your own brain? Out of this, my brother taught me that contentment, especially when dealing with people or dealing with your family, is very important. Let us also learn that as well. The contest here.
All right, many thanks, speaker number 2, the timekeeper. As usual, let's relapse into another moment of quietude. All right, many thanks for that. I would like to state in categorical terms that for the humorous speech contest, unlike the table topics tournament, all contestants are supposed to be in the room. All the contestants are supposed to be in the room. Of all of the 5 contests known to the Toastmasters speech contest policy, only the evaluation and table topics contests will require the sequestering of the contestants, the removal of the contestants from the contest arena. But for others, all the contestants are supposed to be in the same room at the same time. Speaker number 3. Speaker number 3, Salamatu Yakubu. Salamatu, if you can hear me, please say humorous speech contests.
Humorous speech contest.
Right. Have you pinned the timekeeper?
Not yet, but I got a timer here. I don't know how to do that.
All right. But can you see the timekeeper?
Yes, I can see the timekeeper.
Oh, that's superb. Speaker number 3, Salamatu Yakubu. Power of dreams. Power of dreams. Salamatu Yakubu.
The contest chair. Dear friends, today I stand before you as the glorious victor to the most epic, legendary, and outrageous speech contest the world has ever witnessed. Yet, you heard me right. I conquered the stage with words that moved butter, melt mountain, and persuaded the cat to take up a Makosa dance. As I walked to the stage gallantly, with the confidence of a superhero about to save the world from blunt speeches. My opening was enthralling. That made potted plants and trees in the arena erupted into applause. I seamlessly transitioned from one point to the other, following the rhythm of an emperor tamarin, swinging gracefully from one tree branch to the other. That made people weep with joy. The brilliance, the eloquence, the sheer magnificence of my word made Triple DTM Richard look as if he was ruling in a corner. As I shared insight on personal growth. The audience was hanging on to every word of it, so mesmerizing the time itself paused to take a glimpse at this moment. There were moments of suspense, so intense that popcorn grain spontaneously transformed into buttered confetti, raining down in celebration of my eloquence. I got a golden buzzer. At last, I made it in a public speaking competition. The high point, my fellow dreamers, was a crescendo of rhetoric brilliance that made the judges reaching out for their perfect 10 scorecard. Only for them to realize they needed to invent the 11 just for me. Well, I was like, in my local dialect, Emi Loko, meaning it is my turn. At last, I made it in a public speaking competition. Just as I was about to be crowned the speech master supreme, the judge, the audience erupted into a cheer that echoed through the ages, and the universe nodded in approval. The universe nodded in approval, and my name was displayed among the stars in the galaxy. Just as I was about to be crowned the speech master supreme, I felt a strange sensation. The stage beneath my feet wobbled. The cheers and applause started to sound like a distant hum from my generator. I looked around and realized that reality has snatched the spotlight away from my victory. My dear dreamers, I woke up from this splendor-soaked trance, tangled in my bedsheet, with mosquitoes buzzing in my ears, surrounded by my reality. My confetti had vanished. The potted plants and trees has retreated to obliviousness. Even the popcorn has resumed its silent existence. So here I stand, humbled by the whims of my dreams, but still relaxing in the imaginary victory, so outstanding. So outstanding. Though I did not physically win the speech, but I did triumph in a parallel universe where standing ovation is as common as chicken change. I got the whole world applauding me. My dear dreamers, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer audacity of a dream that made me a ruler of a speech contest, even though it's just for a fleeting moment. At least I got the whole world applauding me. And what did I do? I just think it and I got it. My fellow dreamers, our dreams are potential reality. And as they come to us in form of epiphany, insight, or thought, we do have the ability to bring them into fruition. I would like to share some dreamy wisdom with all of you. Life is like a buffet, and our dreams are the juiciest, most prolific dessert on the menu. So grab that plate and pile up your dreams. And never forget setbacks. Setbacks are those speed bumps on the road to the dreamland. They are life's way of testing our resilience and sense of humor. So the next time life throws you a curveball, catch it and throw it back with a smile. My fellow dreamers, my fellow dreamers, my fellow dreamers, distracted me. You distracted me. You did. I don't like it. I would like to stop here. Sorry.
All right, many thanks. Speaker number 3, Salamatu Yakubu. The timekeeper, please. Another 1 minute of tranquility. Right, many thanks, our timekeeper. Let's endeavor to send the messages in the chat channel privately, please. Let's refrain from using the chat channel for public messages, at least for now. After the contest, we can flood the chat box or the chat channel with our thoughts and encouraging, invigorating, vitalizing, energizing words. Speaker number 4, Harriet Tinker. Harriet, if you can hear me, please say humorous speech contest. Oh, your mouth moved, but your microphone.
I was on mute. That would work. Humorous speech contest.
All right. Have you pinned the timekeeper?
I can see the timer. Thank you.
Oh, that's superb. Speaker number 4, Harriet Tinker. I have a beef with Toastmasters. I have a beef with Toastmasters. Harriet Tinker.
I have a beef with Toastmasters. I am convinced Toastmasters will impact many aspects of your life: family, social, and your work life. My friends, the first time I went to a Toastmasters meeting, they rolled up the red carpet and they addressed me as most honorable guest. Wow, that was good for my ego. And they asked me if I wanted to participate in table topics. They explained, table topics is like a mini speech. There's an introduction, a body, and conclusion. And you can speak up to 2 minutes. How hard can it be? I speak to my children all the time. I accept. At the end of the meeting, they voted for their best speakers, and I won best table topics. Wow, good for the ego. I decided to go back again the following week. Again, they addressed me as most honorable guest. This time, I won best table topics, best evaluator, and most exemplary speaker. I was just that good. I decided I needed to open up my own club called Toastmasters, where the egos are made. But before I open up my own club, I needed to check out the competition, a good marketing strategy, especially for anybody in a public relation role. I paid my membership fees, and as soon as I took my money, it all went down the drain. All of a sudden, I was no longer most honorable guest. Instead, I was a fellow Toastmaster. Now, because labels are very important to my ego, I needed to find out the originality of the word fellow. I went to dictionary.com and I found out a person considered to be of little importance or worth. What? From most honorable guest to worthless? What kind of club is this? And they have an expectation. In order to become a competent communicator, you have to enroll in what they call pathways, where you can gain up to 300 competencies. Why? It gets worse. They have a timer, as if it's some kind of Olympic sport. Now, we all know this is a contest. In the event I speak for 7 minutes and 31 seconds, I would be disqualified. So this great experience you're all having with me, gone with the wind. Now, can you imagine speaking to your spouse or loved one, and after 7 minutes and 31 seconds, you tell them, oh, this conversation never happened. Well, in Toastmasters, none of this. We'll be talking about ourselves, how good we are, and time, not a factor. I have a beef with Toastmasters. It has affected my family life. My children will not sit with me because they say I always have an agenda. And they're not allowed to use the microwave because the beep reminds me of a timer. I stopped cooking for my children. I have a beef with Toastmasters. It has affected my social life. My friends avoid me on Tuesdays because they know I have Toastmasters and I don't like to participate in table topics. I drive to work in road rage. Now, table topics used to be great when I was a most honorable guest. But as soon as I became a fellow Toastmaster, not so much. I have a beef with Toastmasters. It has affected my work life. My supervisor will not evaluate me. He says that my vocal variety is intense. How will I ever get a promotion if I don't get evaluated? But there's a twist. Matt Kinsey, Toastmaster International President, heard about me and my Toastmaster Club. So he called me. And before I tell you how it ended, I need to remind you all who take pathways. When you finish, you get an 8.5 by 11 itsy bitsy certificate to show that you're a competent communicator. Not me. Matt came all the way from California to Canada in Edmonton, a 6-hour flight, and brought this ginormous, I can't even carry it, certificate, 24 by 36, stating that I'm a competent communicator. If you ask me, I think he's trying to bribe me so I don't open up my own club. He also told me Toastmaster has some benefits. It's where leaders are crafted, egos are nurtured, and growth is ongoing. I thought about it. Toastmaster does impact your life. Your family will appreciate your effective communication. Your friends will be inspired by your confidence. and your supervisor will give you all sorts of leadership role. Toastmaster is on hold for now. I don't have a beef for Toastmasters for now, but my friends, to be continued. Contest chair.
Thank you most kindly, Harriet Tinker. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, the voting judges, the tie-breaking judge, Madam Chief Judge, our revered guests, we're going to delve into 2 minutes of silence now to allow the voting judges to mark the ballot and collate the scores. The timekeeper, please cast an eagle eye on the clock as always or usual. All right, many thanks, timekeeper. Friends, we're going to delve into the interview section now. While the interview is going on, the chief judge and the ballot counters will begin to collate the results. The Zoom master, please, I would need your support here. You would have to spotlight the contestants. Let's start the interview with Harriet Tinker. Harriet Tinker, ladies and gentlemen, loves reading and running ultra marathons barefoot. And what inspires her most is making an impact in the lives of others. Harriet Tinker, what's the time there now in Canada?
Oh, it's not too bad. Right now it's 9:42. So I'm wide awake now.
Okay, okie dokie. Then what's that thing that always inspires you to toss your hat in the ring or to compete?
Oh, I find every time I speak, I become a better speaker because what I do with every speech, I memorize it, I try it out. I like to really practice my speeches around noise because that's when you are most distracted. So if anything happens, I can still carry on. And I've found I do it mostly in a loud place because I don't practice my speech in quiet places because it's not realistic for me because I've done speeches where I get distracted. I'm like, what's that? So I would recommend that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Many thanks for that. Let me just ask you one last question. You mentioned that one of your hobbies is running ultra marathons barefoot. Why do you do this barefoot?
Because it's the only way I can train my mind.
Is there a specific reason for that?
Yes, it's a mindset exercise for me. By building calluses in my brain, anything that I can face, I face it on because I'm already ready for it, because I have calluses in my brain, in my mind. I should say no brain.
That is enthralling. Many thanks for your insights. May I request the Zoom master to please plaster the certificate of participation of Harriet Tinker on the screen at the moment. Zoom master, are you there? If that is not ready, let's move on to the next contestant, Chidima Eze.
Thank you. I just have a typo in my name, my last name, but that's okay. Should be A, T-A. Perfect. Thank you.
I felt bad. The distractions. Neymar, don't do this to me. You saw me delivering his speech and you're just about.
Chidima Eze, are you there?
Yes, please, I'm here.
All right, I can see the certificate of Harriet Tinker now on the screen. Congratulations on your participation today. Right, Chidima, when did you join Toastmasters?
This year. Contest chair.
When did you join Toastmasters?
I joined this year.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, please.
Wow. I am awestruck to hear that, because when I joined Toastmasters in 2017, I was stuck in a rut. For 3 months, I did nothing. What pushed you to join the contest today?
Well, I'd say it's a variety of reasons, but primarily to try. I wanted to try my hands at it and, learn from the experience. So what exactly do I have to lose? So I decided to join the contest, even though I probably not have imagined that I would have, joined. But eventually I'm glad that I joined and I'm happy I was able to experience this.
Oh, I see. That is enchanting. And is this something you wish to do another time?
Sure.
Wow.
We're heading,
Just
our eyes on the goal. International speech contest.
Okay.
So our eyes on the goal, definitely.
Whoa. Jazz hand. Okay, then. Zoom master, please plaster her certificate on the screen. Congratulations, Chidima Eze, on your intestinal fortitude to participate in today's contest. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, Chidima loves reading and brainstorming, and what inspires her the most is God. Our next contestant would be Elizabeth Iwoha. Elizabeth, Iwoha. Many thanks, our Zoom master, Toastmaster Mercy. Many thanks for that. Toastmaster Liz, are you there?
Yes, I am, Contest Chair.
Okie dokie then, ladies and gentlemen, Liz is the president of this club. Her recreations are volunteering, traveling, hanging out with friends, and learning. What inspires her the most? Do you know what inspires her the most? Her family inspires her the most. Madam President, what's the inspiration behind your participation today?
Okay, thank you very kindly, the Contest Chair. My inspiration is first to lead by example, inspire my members to join this contest. So I needed people to join, and I just had to show that I needed to be part of it. Secondly, I want to improve my speech and then my speaking ability. Just felt, just let me go have fun and do this. And I promised myself since 2021 I joined that every year I would join the contest. Sorry, Mr. Contest Chair, I can't hear you.
All right. Okay, then. That's enthralling. And what was your reaction the first time you heard about the trademark of Toastmasters International? What was your reaction?
Well, my reaction. Well, for me, I just thought it was an opportunity to learn and then come and also be made. If it's a place where leaders are made, I want to be a good leader. So I want to be part of this. That's it. I just wanted to learn, wanted to develop myself so I could be a better community influencer.
Wow. Wow, that's fascinating. Our guest Toastmasters is a place where leaders are made. Many thanks, Toastmaster Liz, for your participation today. May I request our Zoom master to please plaster her certificate on the screen. Congratulations, Madam President.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Next contestant, Toastmaster Okoyemi Moraki. Okoyemi, are you there?
Yes, I am. I don't know if you can.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, Okoyemi Morakinyo revels in sightseeing, and what inspires her the most is her family bond. Okoyemi, what motivated you to partake in today's contest?
This is my first time participating in the table topics contest. My contest chair, and I see this as a challenge for me to keep learning and keep growing. So that's just my.
Keep learning and keep growing. Wow. And when did you join Toastmasters, and why did you join?
Okay, I joined Toastmasters in May 2022, last year. And I joined Toastmasters because I knew what I wanted for life. I know that for me to be able to excel, I needed to improve on my communication skills and my leadership skills. And when I found Toastmasters to be a place where I can grow without judgment, and not just that, where I can make myself, I can find valuable resources. I saw it as a place that I should be. And I can also give back to the society. And I'm happy to do that, taking roles, taking leadership positions. Yeah, that's that.
Wow. I am glad to hear that you can equally give back to the society. I am a part of the society, and I'm hoping that someday soon you will give back to me.
Yes, I am. I will, definitely.
Anyway. Okie dokie then. Thanks a ton for your participation today. May I request our Zoom master? Oh, how conscientious. Toastmaster Mercy. Toastmaster Kwayemi, congratulations on your intestinal fortitude to participate in the table topics contest today. Congratulations.
Thank you so kindly.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Let me mention it. Our next contestant, Toastmaster Salamatu Yakubu. Salamatu, are you there? Salamatu, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, contest chair.
Okie dokie then, fellow
Contest
Toastmasters.
chair, can I plead to take this speech again? I had serious distractions in my background that really disrupted my flow. Contest chair and chief judge, can I get the chance to speak?
Well, this is not plausible, but let me allow the chief judge to speak first. TM Chidi.
Toastmaster Salamatu, the contestant number 3. Wow. Unfortunately, you cannot be allowed to retake your speech, because from the timing reports that I have, you already spoke for over 6 minutes. Right. The only time we could probably would have given that opportunity is if perhaps there was a network disconnection, or you have not started your speech in the first instance. But I believe the judges have enough content from your delivery to pass their ballot, or to record their ballots. That's my stand, unless the contest chair has a contrary position to this. But
of course,
but I got my phone buzzing, and that disrupted me, and I think I got a better device.
Well, okay. Well, just Mr. Salamatu, that's going to be a next time arrangement. But as far as this contest is concerned, as the chief judge mentioned, we cannot allow that. It contravenes the general procedure section of the Toastmaster speech contest rulebook. And it's even fascinating to hear that you've spoken for over 6 minutes. In this type of situation, the voting judges will judge you on the basis of the portion of the speech that they heard, which is sufficient enough to reach an informed judgment of your efforts. All right?
Thank you very kindly.
That is a verdict.
Yeah.
All right, it's a verdict, and it is in consonance with the Toastmasters speech contest policy. All right?
Yep.
Fellow Toastmasters and our guest, Salamatu has a predilection for reading, and do you know what inspires her the most? Kindness. Kindness. Salamatu, what inspires you in kindness?
What inspires me about kindness and kind people is their ability and making themselves available to step in for others. And stepping in for others and supporting others it's a big deal for me, because in the world we are today, we are all humans and it's all about humanity. So if people display kindness, it inspires me a great deal and it motivates me. Thank you.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see. It inspires you a great deal, and it motivates you. Oh, how enthralling. When did you join Toastmasters, and why did you join?
I joined Toastmasters in October 2019, and I joined to improve my public speaking and my ability to particularly interact on the spot, extemporaneously, that's the word. Yes, so that is why I joined Toastmasters, so that I can express myself off the cuff and be able to communicate effectively and contribute to public discourse, private discourse, and all whatnot. Thank you.
Oh, all right. Indeed, Toastmasters is the University of Communication, Leadership, and Public Skills Development. Anyway, many thanks, Toastmaster Salamatu, for your participation today. And may I request our conscientious Zoom master, Toastmaster Mercy, Georgie Buffett, to please slap her certificate of participation on the screen. Salamatu, congratulations on your participation today. Well done. Bravo, 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 bravo. Fellow Toastmasters, please unmute your microphone now and let's give all of the contestants, all of our contest speakers, a rousing round of applause for their exceptional performance today, shall we? Shall we?
Yes, we shall.
Yes, we shall.
We shall.
Okie dokie then. Okay. Okie dokie then. Okie dokie then. Can you all still hear me? You can go to the chat channel now and say something to encourage the contestants. You can use the chat channel right now. We should go on a 5-minute break. And I trust that before we return, I would have received the results from the chief judge. Let's go on a 5-minute break now,
Can I
everybody.
suggest that we do the breakout session for networking? Just Mr. Craig.
Well, that's all right, but I hope that it's not going to exceed 5 minutes. But that's fascinating. Why not? Why not? We can have that.
Mr. Craig, my hand was up earlier. Can I say something?
All right, please go on and say something.
I wanted to say something to Toastmaster Salamatu. I don't want her to be too hard on herself. Toastmaster is a place to learn, develop, and evolve. So yes, distraction happens. Don't stress much about it. The goal is you're braver and better than when you started. Yes, glitches happen. I love what Toastmaster DTM Aria just said earlier, that she likes to practice in a noisy place, that when distraction happens, what do you do? So it's a learning curve that you can apply. So please don't stress too much. It's your first try, so you're not discouraged. This is very important for me to say, so you know that you did amazingly. You spoke for 6 minutes uninterrupted, and the last glitch happens. It happens. Don't sweat it. You are a champion. I wanted to remind you of that. Never forget that. You're braver than a lot of us, so congratulations. I'll create the breakout room for 5 minutes. Toastmaster, it will be automatically created. We're at 28. I'll create 15 breakout room. Get to meet one person. Remember, you have 5 minutes. If you go into the breakout room later, it's your call, but network with someone. Don't come in and you're not transformed. Thank you. I've created the breakout room. Please go into the breakout room. You see a pop-up on your screen. Get to meet someone you've not met before. It's open. Exactly 6:10. Then Chidi, don't you want to network? Let someone get to meet you.
I need to complete my assignment before I network, just Master Mercy. Thank you.
I've reassigned you to another group. You were alone in that particular room.
I didn't even move. I need to complete my assignment before I can network. Otherwise, by the time we come back, we'll not have the results to announce. So
It's like. So they have another 3 minutes. Let me just give them a countdown. You have 3 minutes, everyone. I wish you the best. Networking time. Oh, sugar, just Mr. Larry was alone. I've moved into another room. Okay, fantastic. Hold on. Wow, it was alone. Contest chair, can I close the room now? 5 minutes up. Yeah,
This Master Mercy.
can I close the room now?
Just hold on, hold on. Allow them to chat for a bit more.
Okay.
All right, Toastmaster Mercy, George Igbafe, please. You can bring them back into the contest arena.
They'll come back in the next 50 seconds. The room is closed.
Oh, excellent. Toastmaster Mercy, I hope you are ready for the presentation.
I don't have the names of the winners. I don't have the names.
Oh, please communicate with the Chief Judge.
Chief Judge, please, can I have the details, please?
She will communicate with you in private, please.
She can send it to me on WhatsApp.
Okie dokie, then I'd like to seize this opportunity to acknowledge our leaders at the club area, division levels of the Toastmasters institution who are here today to grace this momentous tournament. In the same vein, I'd like to acknowledge our revered guests who've been with us from start to finish, and other Toastmasters who created the time to be here today to revel in the experience and cheer on our champions. The results are here now.
Contest chair, please, can you hold on? I'm waiting on DTM Chidi.
That's all right, for the convenience of our guests. In consonance with the Toastmaster speech contest policy and the general procedure section of the rulebook, contests habitually originate from the club and it proceeds through the area and then the divisions and districts. Only the international speech contest will transcend the districts and proceed through the region quarterfinals, semifinals, and eventually the World Championship of Public Speaking, held in August of every year during the Toastmasters International Convention. Our current champion is Jocelyn Tyson. Madam Zoom Master, are you ready?
In a moment, I've gotten the results. I just need to populate it. So I've gotten for table topics.
Okay, then you may not bother about the third place positions. You can focus on the second place and first place winners in both contest categories. For the
Oh, you just
convenience
want
of
me to
our
focus
guests,
on the second place and the first place?
second place and first place winners of both contest categories.
Duly noted.
Many thanks for your unparalleled air of majesty and excellence. While we are still awaiting the results to be announced, you can switch on your video. I'd like to see your face. You can switch on your video at the moment. The formality is over. Find pleasure in activating your webcam so that we can see you and your enchanting facial features.
Mr. Contest Chair, I sent you a message. Can you please check?
I'm ready. Contest Chair.
Okie dokie then. All right, although I didn't want to do this for a particular reason, Madam Chief Judge, there is a method to the madness, which I would communicate with you right after the announcement, right after the announcement. But rest assured that I read your message. All right, but I would communicate with you because I know that you're an ardent student of the Toastmasters Speech Contest rulebook. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the table topics contest. Who are our champions? Who are our champions? For the table topics contest, our second place winner is Harriet Tinker. Harriet Tinker. Harriet Tinker. Harriet, how do you feel about your results?
Awesome. I feel awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okie dokie then. That's all right. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we hope to see you participate in the area level of the competition.
Yeah.
And the champion is, the winner is Toastmaster Elizabeth Iwoha.
Wow.
How do you feel about your results?
I feel surprised. Thank you. I didn't expect that. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Bravo. Bravo.
Thank you.
For the humorous speech contests, our second place winner is Elizabeth Iwoha.
Wow.
Elizabeth Iwoha,
Thank
second
you.
place winner
Thank you.
for the humorous speech contests.
Thank you.
Okie dokie then. And the champion is, our humorous speech contest champion is Harriet Tinker.
Thank you.
Harriet Tinker, how do you feel about this triumph?
Oh, I'm actually surprised because I'm not very funny, but I'm actually very grateful that I placed. So thank you, everyone. And congratulations to all the other contestants. Thank you.
Right. Arabella Benson won the Toastmasters World Championship of Public Speaking in 1986. And she said something, she said, the victory is not in the trophy, it is in striving. to do our best. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been great. It has been fun, but my time here is done. I'd like to thank, in special terms, our Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Chidi Madu, for her excellence, our anonymous voting judges, the tie-breaking judge, our timekeepers, Toastmaster Josephine Agolo and Adeshayo Bilubaje, our ballot counters or the ballot counting departments, our diligent Zoom masters, Toastmaster James Awojo B and his compatriots, and more elegantly, our contestants. Without the contestants, no contests. Therefore, I commend our contestants for coming out today to share their sweats, their strength, their skill. In the same breath, I'd like to thank the audience members for your cooperation. We had no accidental interruptions from start to finish. Thank you most kindly for your attentiveness. And I would like to mention this, Toastmaster Clementina, the educational vice president of this club. She was constantly communicating with me, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. She's such a diligent educational vice president. Well done. I hope I can sleep now. I hope I can sleep sweetly now. Many thanks, and
yes,
back to you.
I can, Toastmaster Craig, permit me to barge in. I can attest to that. I can attest to that.
Thank you, everybody. I'm very, very grateful for making this speech come alive. For me, this is like a very big project, and I say thank you to all the contest chair, the chief judges, our ballot counter, all the role players. Indeed, I'm very grateful, and I'm very excited about how the contest went. Thank you so very kindly. Madam President, do you want to say something before we call the meeting to a close?
Okay, before I say something, I don't know if the contest chair is done. He was actually speaking. He only just was commending you. So the contest chair, please. Yeah.
All right, I already finished my commendation and resourcefully relinquished the reins to the presiding officer of this contest, the educational vice president, Toastmaster Clementina.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very kindly. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, our distinguished Toastmasters here present, presidents of club, division, leaders, area, everyone, our guests. Thank you for joining this and for making it possible for us to display our skills and talents. I wouldn't want to fail to thank our ever supportive VPE. When you say you have a powerful woman in a team, we have the most amazing VPE. The VPE team that we have is the most amazing in the district. I make bold to say that. Madam VP, thank you so kindly for putting this together with your team and for ensuring that we have a smooth contest. We will not want to forget our Madam IPP who stood in as the SAA. Thank you so kindly, Madam SAA. All our role players, thank you for doing this for us. All the contestants, especially those who just did this for the first time. You are the champions. You are the winners. You might not have gotten this certificate this year. This is just the beginning. And do not stop contesting. Do not stop delivering speeches. Do not allow anything hinder you. It is just the beginning of the best days yet to come. Thank you so much, everyone. Toastmaster Craig, thank you. Thank you most kindly. Thank you. It's back to you, Madam VPE. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, everyone. And I make bold to say that it was indeed an
an experience today. And yes, thank you. For me, I'll need someone to move emotion to bring the meeting to a close. Seems like we're all loving it here. Can you hear me?
We can
Yes, we
hear
can hear
you. You can call your club members to do so.
Okay, so I'll call on Toastmaster LEARNTOR. Please, can you move the motion to close this meeting?
All right, thank you, Toastmasters and guests, and the Chief Judge and the judges of the day. I hereby move the motion for closing of this meeting till another time. Thank you.
To be seconded by Toastmaster Mercy.
I, Toastmaster Mercy Dodiba, second the motion to adjourn the meeting to the next meeting date.
Okay, thank you very much. Our next meeting date will be the second weekend in October, considering that we are going to be having a joint club meeting for our first meeting. So thank you very much and congratulations to all the participants. Let's have a very fantastic week ahead.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Enjoy your week.